Welcome everybody to the Alexandra Wenman Show in collaboration with Watkins Publishing in front of our live Zoom studio audience. And I love doing this because I always feel like Graham Norton. So a huge welcome to Camilla, who has given up her time to be with us today. She's an amazing author, a life coach, a hypnotherapist. Many of you will already know of Camilla from the world of showbiz, but she's an absolute angel. And she's, you know, we met couple of years ago now, didn't we, in LA? But I think we had met before that through the through my job at Now magazine. But we've got friends in common, and we're obviously walking this spiritual path. But I'm going to hand over to her because Camilla's going to run this evening, and I think it's a workshop style format. Am I right, honey?
Yeah, we're going to go on a journey through the energy fields in the body, the chakras, and basically in my latest book, It's Not Just Me, there's a 7-day self-care plan. And one of the days I talk about the energy fields and the chakras, and that specific meditation that's in here, I'd love to guide you guys through today. I became obsessed with working with the energy fields, well, energy in general, through my sport as a dancer. And specifically, my go-to became chakra balancing when I found it through, I think, Deepak Chopra and Doreen Virtue and people like that in the past. And for many years, I would just do it like a reset. I would come back and I'll be like, I need to reset. I feel like I'm off, like my balance is off, like energetically, I'm not feeling like there's a flow. So I just really studied the energy fields and working with energy just for myself, way before I knew that I would turn to teaching these principles as well. But as I dived in and became a life coach and a hypnotherapist, and I started teaching the tools that I've been using to win, I'm going like this, to win in sports, when I started to use these tools to turn myself inside out, to find more contentment, to feel more, you know, joy and happiness from the inside out, to fill myself up and to know that I was enough inside out, and that the trophies really didn't matter, and that, you know, I was much happier when I did the inside out journey than winning the trophies. I then really started to dive in deeper, especially to the energy fields in the body. And how many of you, just put a hand up, knows me from the Strictly days? A few of you, because it would be, you know, Bruce Forsyth, right? Now, do you know Bruce Forsyth? Yeah. So Bruce Forsyth, who was our host on Strictly Come Dancing, we had conversations through the years, and he was just honestly a remarkable man, somebody I respected a lot. And he told me way back about these exercises that he did every day called the 5 rights. And I started doing these exercises. They're like a very simple version of yoga exercises, but they have to be done in a specific order and so forth. And I kind of roughly knew they worked with the energy fields, but somehow I just took his word for it. Like, I trusted him and I started doing them. And I always felt better when I'd done these exercises. And he used to tell me, they will keep you youthful. You know, they will really keep you like vibrant from the inside out. When I then learned more about the chakras, and when I moved to LA and I started teaching meditation at Unplugged Meditation, I realized that the exercise that he had given me was the physical version of what I was teaching on a kind of visualization journey. And that's just so weird, isn't it, how these two just came together? So obviously there are different ways that we can work with the energy fields. One is a physical way through yoga, through movement, through walking. Another one is a visualization like we're going to do today. Obviously things like massage and acupuncture and all of these things too all works with the energy fields. So my way of doing it today is visualization, and I'm really passionate about teaching about the energy fields. So we're all energy, right? We have many energy fields in the body, but the 7 ones we're going to talk about today are the 7 main chakras, running from the root chakra at the bottom of the spine, the sacral chakra here, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. Now, there's a color connected to each of these energy fields. There's an element, and there's a vibrational sound. And if after this class today that you think, gosh, I'd really like to experience one of Camilla's full classes where I do work with the chakras, Reiki, and crystals, please feel free to DM me, and you can be my guest in my full version of the class at Unplugged Meditation on Zoom, okay? So just DM me and say, yes, please, on a Saturday, I'd like to be your guest, and I'll put you down so you can try the full experience. Because today I'm doing one version of it that's in the book, and there's another version where I said there's like Reiki, the sound, crystals, and all sorts of things that go together, okay? So that's my gift to you today. It's on Saturdays, 11:30 here in LA. So that's evening your time. And you just DM me on Instagram at Camilla Dallerup and you can experience that. But today we're going to do a version of it. We're going to, what is so fascinating about these energy fields and why I love working with them so much is that we are to believe that these energy fields are like spinning discs in the body, okay? And when they're all spinning, all aligned, spinning at the same rate, we feel really aligned and balanced. And we'll say things like, oh gosh, things are just flowing for me. You know, I feel fantastic. Everything is like really good. Then what happens is when one of these energy fields, and I'm just pointing to the heart for the moment, let's say we get hurt or get upset or really heartbroken about something. What happens is that we start to shut down a little bit in those energy fields, right? So now what happens is that this energy field is going slower than the rest. So if everything is going like this and this one starts to go like that, you can see that energy flowing here is going to have a bit of a bump to get through, right? And so, for example, the sacral is a big one, the sacral chakra here. When we feel creatively depleted, or when we feel like we've been giving and nurturing everybody else, but we forgot to nurture ourselves. And that's why I know there are healers on here today too. We all need nurture, right? Especially if you have children, you also need to be nurtured. You can't just nurture all day long and not give back to yourself. So this visualization will help that too. So the sacral chakra here, the element here is water. So notice next time you say things like, things aren't flowing for me, and you'll see yourself probably point to your belly. That's no coincidence. That's because the body is speaking to you, and the flow here is not flowing. Something, you're either holding on to something emotionally, or you're depleted because you haven't given back to yourself. So the flow is off. So through this visualization, we can get into our flow. And throat chakra, big one right now. One that honestly, before I moved to LA, I felt like my immune system was often low. And when I got here and I really realized the power of connecting to this throat chakra, speaking my truth and tuning into this blue color here, whenever I wanted to boost my immune system, I would simply focus on the throat chakra. This is where our immune system is connected. There's different things connected to different energy fields, which I'll guide you through. But another big one, right? When we don't have clarity and focus, we're not connected to our intuition right here in our third eye. So it's fascinating to tune in and know. Some people will say that here in our heart chakra is our second brain. There's so much wisdom in our feelings, but we get so busy working things out in our mind that we forget to just drop in here and go, well, how am I feeling about it? Like I love the saying, we know the truth by how it makes us feel. Duh, right? We say things like, something isn't sitting right. This doesn't really feel like something I want to do. Like we say things like that and then we go ahead and do it and we're like wondering why it's not aligned. Right? Because we thought logically that's a really sensible thing to do and it's going to pay the bills, but something else was completely off. So energetically, it feels yuck. And that's why for me personally, when I move out of one career and into the next, which I talk about in my second book, you know, reinventing my career, was tough. And I had no idea what I was doing and how I was going to look, how I was going to earn money. But I knew in here I couldn't take that feeling of being lost and stuck and just there was just nothing flowing in here. So I had to choose how I felt in here over whatever and then make it work somehow. I had to follow the flow. So when we're getting really in tune with these energy fields, we start to notice the signals when the body is showing us, wow, I feel like am I coming down with something? Is something irritating me? Am I tight here? What am I holding on to? Have I shut down my heart space because I'm not forgiving this situation or because I'm still hanging on to this? Is this stopping my flow? So it becomes about how can you look after yourself? How can you really take care of yourself? And that was the whole point, like in my last book, was just to talk about self-love and self-care. Like there's so much power in knowing our own worth, and everybody deserves to feel that love for yourself. And I can't believe that I still now hear things like literally a client the other day said, oh, Camilla, I think it's selfish that I'm looking after myself so well now. And I'm like, well, how can you look after anybody else if you're not looking after yourself? I mean, it's absurd that we have to feel guilty about like taking care of ourselves, right? So I'm excited to share this journey. So the way we're going to go through the chakras today is that we're going to tune into an affirmation or a couple of different affirmations in these energy fields, feeling what they are representing, and just notice if there's any stale energy that wants to clear, and then let it clear and get these energy fields moving. So the goal, or the main, so not goal, I don't like that word here, but aim for this is to get these energy fields moving and shed any stagnant energy. We're gonna do it without music, if that's okay today, because I just think if you're gonna share it on YouTube, it's better we just do it with the voice. So if you're comfortable, you can just go ahead and close your eyes. I will guide you through the different energy fields. I'll remind you what they're all representing. And we can just take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to start, just to center ourselves. Just another couple. One more. And then allowing the breath now to just flow in and out of your nose. In just a moment, you'll hear the sound of the bell, just to let you know that I'll mind the time for you, so you can go ahead and fully relax. I'll let you know when it's time to finish. And as we visualize here together today, please just know that everybody visualize in their own way, and there's no right and wrong. You may see color or images, you may not. You may just have nothingness or silence. You may hear sounds or feel something. That's totally okay. And just invite thoughts to simply flow in and out of your mind. And then just come back to the one focus, whatever it is that we're focusing on in that moment. On your next breath in, imagining a beautiful bright light right in your solar plexus. And as you breathe in and exhale, let this light just flow all the way up to the top of your head and all the way down to the soles of your feet, filling your body with this light. Letting this light expand through your body until you're lying in like a cocoon of light, just a beautiful protective cocoon of light here. And just know that anything that comes forward that you want to just shed or dissolve, release, you can just release it and let it transform into this beautiful light, into this light. And then we're going to bring our attention now to the root chakra at the bottom of the spine. The element in this chakra here is earth energy, just really feeling grounded. This is the place where we can remember that we are safe within, that we're connected to this beautiful earth energy. And you may notice some sort of fear here. This is where fear sometimes appears, in the way of feeling fearful of uncertainty, not knowing, changes in your private life, work life, where you're living. But as you focus on the words, I am safe here within, just really allowing yourself to start to feel connected to the earth energy, feel grounded, as if your feet are firmly planted on the ground with like roots growing out through the feet like a tree. I am safe within. I am safe here within, even through uncertainty. This is where we remember that feeling safe is something we can find within ourselves, no matter what we walk through. Sort of imagining a tree in a storm. Even if we're going through something like that, we can still stand firmly here, grounded and rooted, safe. I am safe. And feel the nervous system relax as you remind yourself that you are safe here. And then very gently moving up along this root chakra, as you just connect to the red color and let that just flow through here for a moment. Feeling that wheel of energy with the color red just really rotating here, allowing you to feel grounded as you move up to the orange energy here in the sacral chakra, in the middle of the belly, beneath the belly button. And if it feels right to you at any point, if you feel like you want to tune in further to these energy fields, you can totally just place a hand on the energy fields as you move up along, whatever feels right to you. You can also just leave your hands where they are. As you connect to the element of water here, becoming aware of how the water is flowing through this center. Is there anything here that you may be holding, any emotions, tiredness, exhaustion, that you want to just release into the flow of this vibrant orange water flowing here? Feeling that water cleansing through here, nurturing you, bring some of that beautiful, vibrant energy here. Receiving the nurture. If you've been giving to everybody else, allow yourself to receive this energy. Say, I am receiving this vibrant energy here, filling myself up, taking this time for me, allowing myself to feel nurtured. In this center, we connect to our own creativity, our passion. And remembering that as we release whatever is no longer serving us here, we create space for new ideas to be born through here, passion and creativity to flow. And remember the words here as your focus: I am a creative being. I am the creator of my life. I am a creative being. Creativity isn't just doing something creative like arts. It's sometimes also just looking at a situation or perceiving something with a creative perspective in a different way. Being creative about a situation. Opening up to possibilities. I am a creative being. I feel nurtured here. And then moving up along from this orange color now to the yellow in the solar plexus. This chakra represents our upper digestive system. And the element here is fire. Remembering that fire can also represent rebirth. So releasing into the fire anything you're letting go of here. Sometimes there may be anger or resentment, situations to do with controlling behavior that you may want to release here, so that you can open up this area of your body and really shine your light here. This is also the place you connect to the confidence and self-belief within. I'm shining my light. And if there's anything that's blocking that light, consider to just let it go. This is the place you remember that you are enough, just the way you are. And you came here to shine your lights, to bring your beautiful uniqueness to everything. To stand in your light, connecting to the inner confidence and self-belief and strength right here within you, and you remember you are enough and that you are a bright light. You came here to shine. And that we don't need to let anybody dim this light. We can just shine it more brightly. I am a bright light. I am light. I am enough. I am always enough. Breathing into that. If you've ever felt any doubts, remembering in this moment, I am enough. And that is enough. And then moving up along from the yellow energy into the green here in the heart space. Middle of the body next to the heart. The element here is air, so really noticing how the air is flowing in and out of this area of the body. Is there anything weighing on your chest here? Anything you can release into this green flow of energy here? You can breathe in love, exhale, let go. Through this beautiful energy field here, we remember that love isn't something we find outside of ourselves. It's who we are when we come home to ourselves. Pure love, pure infinite love that flows through you, that never runs out. And sometimes certain situations may want us to shut down this energy field. So forgive yourself or whatever you need to release here for having shut this down, and just open it up and let the love flow. When we're withholding love from a situation or someone, we are in theory withholding love from ourselves. So give yourself this love right now. I am love. I deserve this love. I am love. I am free to love. And I love myself fully. That's a big one. Try those words on. I know it can be difficult in times. I deserve this love. I love myself fully. I deserve this love. I love myself fully. You deserve that. Really lean into that love. I am love. I let the love flow. And then moving up along from this green energy to the blue and the throat chakra, the center of communication in our lives. This is where we remember to speak our truth. So just really noticing, is there any tightness in the neck or the throat as you let this calming blue color just flow through here, releasing, letting go. Any old conversations, anything that's gone unsaid, release it. Say whatever you need to say to whoever. Let it go from your energy field. Set it free. I speak my truth. And really feel and notice and listen. What does that even look like and sound like for you to speak your truth, to know here that your voice matters in the world? I matter in this world. My voice is heard. I matter in this world. I am heard and I am seen and I speak my truth. What does that mean? What do you communicate here when you do that? What would you like people to hear from you? To notice? I let myself be heard and seen, and my voice matters in this world. Moving up along to the third eye chakra between the eyebrows, the eye of the soul. Tuning in here to our intuition. Remembering something very important about the intuition here. Sometimes we think we're not guided because the intuition is showing us not what we want to see in the moment, but what we need to see to guide us. Tuning into the words, I see with clarity here. I remember that I am guided. I listen and I see with clarity what my intuition is showing me here now. As I open up this eye of the soul, I see clearly now that I am guided. And then moving up along to the crown chakra at the top of the head. Representing our highest self, however you like to consider this feeling of being connected to the knowing, something bigger than ourselves, receiving this knowing, and also really remembering all of the great wisdom already within you. Some beautiful words I remember Marianne Williamson saying, teach me what I already know. This is a great moment of coming back to what you already know. When you allow yourself to be guided, to keep this channel open for this spiritual connection, where you ask for help, where you ask for guidance, where you surrender whatever is too big for you to carry on your own, surrender it here and simply ask to be guided. Ask for signs and remember to notice the signs. I am guided. I have great wisdom within. I am home within, in my knowing and in my wisdom. I am connected. And I let this wisdom and guidance flow through me so I can notice. Connecting our intuition, the feelings in our heart, the feelings in our gut feeling, the sacral, and just letting all of these energy fields balance one beneath the other now. Right from the crown chakra through the third eye, the throat, the heart, solar plexus, the sacral, right down to the root chakra, drawing down this bright light from the top of the head and all the way down through the energy fields now. Imagine them all spinning, these spinning wheels of energy spinning at the same rate now, all aligned and balanced. Letting that bright light shine through them, protecting them and clearing anything that's here to be cleared. Taking a deep breath in, and if you want to just put your hand on your heart and just say to yourself, I am home within. I am home. I am whole and complete. Taking a deep breath in, sealing this meditation as you hear the sound of the bell. Just gently coming back to the space you're in. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for allowing me to guide you today. And like Alexandra said, you know, there are many ways, and sound bowls is another one. And I do sound baths as well, which connect the different notes, connect with the different energy fields. But if you really do want to try a full version of this with the mantra and the Reiki, then please just send me a message and try a class with me at the studio.
And it's just such a beautiful way to spend an evening, isn't it, coming together like this? I think the more of us that do this as well, it's really good for our planet, you know, just to, we're healing each other and we're healing the world and we're supporting each other. And, you know, I know that it's a pretty testing time. So do get your free tickets, jump in and get your spot. And then, and it's just, you know, we just want to send you all loads and loads of love. And, yeah, on that note, I think we'll let our lovely Camilla go and relax, and I'll let you all go off to bed and have sweet dreams.
I've got to be on a call in a moment.
And you got another one. Oh, glad it's the middle of the day for you, isn't it?
Yeah, we just started.
Well, have a gorgeous day.
Thank you so much, everybody. Lovely to connect.
Lots of love, everyone. And
See you
soon.